Hey ladies, so we're going to be talking about the wings and mids today. This is going to be a little bit longer than the video I did about the cup because there's just a lot to talk about with the wings and the mids. So first of all, I talked about it at the meeting last night, but the wings and the mid are probably our most dynamic players. There's just a lot of change happening in this third of the field. And so this requires a lot of communication and honestly a lot of experience to really kind of nail being a mid or a wing. So let's just talk about areas that they are covering. So if the disc per se is in the middle, okay, let me use a different color. Let's do blue. Okay, so this wing right here is going to take up this portion of the field. The wing on this side is going to take up this portion of the field, okay? And what does the mid have left? Pretty much everything right here, okay? So as you can see, this is a lot more to cover than just say the cup pretty much is just here over. And then as soon as they trap, it's just this much. So you can kind of see how this can get tricky. So yeah, okay, so let's talk about the positioning a little bit. Okay, so the mid should be kind of like pretty much directly behind this 3 in the cup. However, they are not here, okay? They're not directly behind the cup because at that point, what are you doing? Because if there's already someone directly there and then you're just sitting behind, like there's no point. You're not taking away any giant space that isn't already taken by the 3, if that makes sense. Now currently I have the offense set up in a kind of a box with the cutters, if you can see that. Let's say, let's take away this, and we'll place an offender here, and then an offender here. So this is what we call a 3-3-1 for an offense. So here, the mid definitely has someone to pick up. So while you may not see anyone in your zone, that doesn't mean that there can't be. So if you go back to, if you go back to that box-like setup, okay, let's say we have this cutter here pop into the cup. Now, the wing is considerably pretty far away from the cup right here. And so there has to be some sort of communication from the wing to the cup, letting them know that this popper is cutting into the cup. So that's what the mid is for. So they see it, right? They see this person popping in, and let's say it's me right here, and Brooke is the mid. She's saying, Kay, on your right, Kay, on your right. And then like maybe the wing is able to get to this 2 right here, and they're saying, Summer on your left, Summer on your left. If you use directional terms, that really helps. So you just say, popper coming on your right, popper coming on your left, stuff like that is really helpful for the cup to really shut down any kind of cuts that will come into the cup. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, let's talk about if the disc gets swung. Okay, so let's say the cup does a good job. The cup does a good job. They force the disc to the sideline. Forces still flick, okay? So obviously there's a change in the field. So probably what this wing should do, because now you see how there's a cutter, or a cutter right here, and the cup has this, right? Because like this throw, this over the top of the cup throw is going to be a very low percentage throw. This is most likely going to get D'd. So what the wing does is they kind of take a step back and they're looking for any OIs to the outside. And then they're continually talking to the cup because now they've become kind of like a mid and they are the closest person to the cup. So they are saying, all right, let's say this cutter right here crashes here. So say I'm right here, and let's say it's Hannah. Hannah's a wing, and she's saying, all right, Kay, cutter coming on your left, crashing on your left. Same thing that the mid just did, but the wing is now in charge of that because the cup is right in front of them. Does that make sense? Hope so, because I don't have any other way of telling you. Okay. So that is what's going to happen there with this wing. Now the mid. The mid can probably what we call pinch. So pinching is just meaning like move towards where the disc is, because there's currently nobody in this space. There's no off-fender anywhere near here. So what this mid should do, they should recognize that there's nobody over here and probably pinch. Again, not on top of the cup because they're probably about 10 feet is a good landmark or length to be away from the cup because currently there's nobody here. So if this cutter cuts here, the cup has that. If the cutter cuts back, the wing has it here. And if the cutter comes across for a nice lofty over the cup throw, the wing has it. Okay. Now, let's talk about this offside wing. Currently, yes, there is a person here, right? There is a cutter. So what I would probably do, probably get in front of them because if they decide to do a big OI flick through the cup all the way up around, this deep is probably going to have enough time to recognize that and throw off this throw to this area, okay? So this person here, the wing, can also what we call pinch in. Now, don't get greedy, okay? I don't like it when people get greedy. Some people like to come almost like here, okay? You're leaving the deep with this much of the space to take care of. So this is a lot of space for one person to take over. So don't get greedy. Don't get super excited. Drop back a little bit. You're still pinching, but now your zone has just changed a little. Okay. Okay. I think that's most of it.